Good morning. Welcome back to Spurs Latest. I am your host, Trip Graham. So happy to have you here today. Got so much to talk about in the NBA, our Spurs, and everything else going on in the world. Got a lot to talk about today, so let's get it started. So, first, let's talk about last night's game. Huge game from Wemby as we close this one out in a tight one. The Spurs win 101 to 100. And it was an all-around great game. Really, really fun, exciting game out here. Victor Wembanyama was the absolute goat of this game, scoring 34 points, 10 of 20 from the field, and 12 of 12 from the free throw line. Just an unbelievable game from him. What we needed, and needed every single one of those free throws in the end of that game. Very excited about that. He had a great, great game. Everyone played very well overall. Harrison Barnes was, pretty productive for this game. Julius Champagnie was a huge from three. I have been saying this all seasons, especially since the All-Star break. Champagnie's threes is a huge differential maker of how much success we'll have in the perimeter and freeing up Wemby in the paint. I think his game is so huge for us. Vassell, 5 of 10 from the line, 12 points, really good right there. De'Aaron Fox, 23 points. Obviously, just doing his normal contributing for us. 6 of 7 from the line, 7 rebounds, 3 assists. He was good across the board, so really, really great game from him. We had a couple struggles last night. Luke Cornett was minus 18 on the floor. He was just getting absolutely embarrassed every time he went on the floor. I was peeping that. So don't know really where to go from there, but think about that. Keldon Johnson, 6 points, 3 of 10 from the field. Yep. Jordan McGoffin didn't do anything. Nothing from him. Dylan Harper, 5 points, 2 of 9 from the field. And Carter Bryant, nothing from him. Had a really bad night from the field. 0 points, minus 15 on the floor. Not a good night for him. But we were able to pull it off. We were down going into the fourth quarter. We scored 28 points in the fourth quarter compared to their 21. It was huge to get us back into the game. So I'm very excited. Really fun game for this. 52 wins on the season. Unbelievable. Can we get to that 60, guys? Can we get to that 60? I don't know. We have, 12 games left in that season. We need to win 8 of 12. I think we can do it. Absolutely. Unless any, crap goes down on the sideline. Injuries, anything like that. If we start resting guys, I don't know. But yeah, 60 win season is definitely on the table. 52 and 18, absolutely on the table with 12 games to go. Very excited about that. Other things from this game, Jalen Green had definitely a good game. And, I always look back to that trade for the Phoenix and Kevin Durant. I think it was a really good trade for both of them, to be honest. I think the Suns were going to, Kevin Durant was leaving them regardless. So, if you're going to leave, it was really good that they were able to get something in return. Jalen Green is such a young player. I believe he has a very bright future ahead of him in this league. And guards are such a valuable commodity. So I think that he is a really good standpoint for them to keep. And yeah, I'm a big fan of a Jalen Green. And it's, the Suns going out to get him particularly. All right. Well, let's talk about other things going on in the league. Luka scored 60 against the Heat last night. Unbelievable. He's now scored 40, I believe, in his last, let me check, 40 plus, fourth game of 40 plus in the last 8 games. He's on a generational run right now. And, the couple of things I want to say from this is that, Lakers are turning it on at the exact right time. I have been saying this. Luka and Austin Reeves are the key to that success for that team. Obviously, Luka has to be the star, but Austin Reeves has to be a great number 2. LeBron isn't that number 2 option right now. He's a number 3. They're playing back-to-back nights, and he doesn't even know if he can play tonight. So those are the things. But like LeBron turns it on come playoff time, and if this is going to be his last playoff run ever, I look for him going hard as can be. Um, so we will see. We will see. This is the third time Luka has scored 60 in his career, and he's not even close to being halfway done with that record yet. Unbelievable player. He was getting MVP chance last night in Miami. Unbelievable. So Luka is definitely one of my favorite players in the league. It just nights like this. Did he have an ethical 60-point game, as the kids are saying? It's crazy that people are arguing about, what's his name? Bam Adebayo getting 83 if it's real ethical. Who cares? He scored 83. You can't score 83. I can't score 83. 95% of the NBA players have not scored 83. Come on, stop 99. Excuse me. 99 players of NBA players have not scored 83. Stop it. Stop it. It's ridiculous to score 83 points, and anybody that is downplayed Bam Adebayo's 83 points is ridiculous. Yeah, I told you, and it's anything above 60 is unethical. 60 is pretty unethical. You probably should have been passing more. I just being honest. So, I really look forward to the discussions. I bet everyone will love this because it was Star scoring 60 plus points, not a Bam Adebayo, who's definitely a future Hall of Famer. I will say Bam Adebayo is definitely a future Hall of Famer. No doubt in my mind about that. Yeah, absolutely. So this was the highest scoring game by an opponent, ellipsing James in Miami. Ellipsing James Harden's 58 points in the 2019 season. Luka getting MVP chance in a away game is unbelievable. So shout out Luka Doncic. That's an awesome for him. And four out of last 8 games having 40 plus points. Unbelievable. Absolutely. Other things I want to talk about. I bet everyone has seen the news, is that Cade Cunningham has been diagnosed with a collapsed lung and expected to miss extended period of time. Now, we've seen this kind of go all over about, how long will they miss with a collapsed lung. So he's going to be reevaluated in 2 weeks. He's going to be missing at least 8 games. So there's only 12 games back the rest of the season. He's going to be missing 8 of them. So there is optimism that he will be coming back and start of playoffs, but we do not know. Obviously, these are the, really tricky things. A collapsed lung is insane. They say it's considered mild. I don't know how a collapsed lung is considered mild. There's definitely some optimism in the league that Cade will come back before the All-Star of the playoffs, which begin on April 18th, about a month. We're about a month out, guys. We're just about a month out from NBA playoffs. He's definitely one of the leaders in the MVP racing. Obviously back behind Shea, but everyone wondering if Shea is going to get the limit of 65 games. Now is Cade going to get the limit of 65 games? So we do not know. So I don't know if anybody saw how it happened. So he jumped on a loose ball, collided into a Wizards player, and then he checked out of the game with 1 minute to go and he left. This has got huge ramifications over in the East. The Pistons, they're 49-19. They play, and they're going against the Boston Celtics in the East. Celtics are only 3.5 games behind. Only 12 games left to get back to, if they can surpass them. It's going to be close. I say that this is going to be definitely a close race to the East with Cade Cunningham out. Obviously, he's their best player, along with Jalen Duran. So we'll see if Jalen Duran can pick up the load. But this is not good for Pistons fans. Obviously, the momentum has not been great for the Pistons recently. They've definitely been struggling a little more in this second. When I say struggling, we're struggling for a title contender. That's how I'm talking about struggling. So it's struggling for a title contender, and the Boston Celtics are surging right now. So this could spell a disaster. for the Pistons. But let's see how this goes because this is very weary for the Pistons going into the playoffs with, he's coming back from injury, and nobody likes a player coming back from injury for the first few games. So let's see how this goes. Not good for Pistons fans. And yeah, let's see. This is going to be bad. Oh, one other thing from the Heat game that I noticed. Did you guys see that Norman Powell has been put onto the bench by the Miami Heat? Insane that he was an all-star player a month ago, and now the Heat are benching him. Insane. Just he's been playing really, really not good for the Heat, and yeah, it's unbelievable that they have now moved him to the bench. All right, well, let's talk about tomorrow night. Let's do it. All right, all right, all right. All right, the Spurs take on the Pacers tomorrow night. Obviously, we were a huge favorite in this game, and I'm very much looking forward to it. Obviously, their Pacers are one of the last teams in the East. Absolute tanking team. And a team that has fallen from grace from a year ago with Tyrese Halliburton, tearing his ACL, and he's still not back yet. So really, really tough for him. For the Pacers, they're trying to get one of the top seeds, top picks in the draft. So, I guess there is a little thing to look forward to. I don't put them in the rest of the teams like the Kings and the Nets, who don't have a future. I think the Pacers have a future with Zubats and Tyrese Halliburton. So I'm looking forward to that pairing next year. So we'll see how it goes. Obviously, this is an off year, but it's so crazy that this was an off year for the Pacers and the Celtics, and the dichotomy of where they are in the standings. I think that's unbelievable. Just two different mentalities going into the seasons of pretty much the Pacers said we don't care how bad we are, and the Celtics said Joe Mazzulla of the Celtics, of their coach, said we're gonna work with what we got. Two extremely different outcomes. So yeah, really, really crazy how this season is going for the Pacers. And I look forward to putting the beat down tomorrow night with our Spurs. Gonna go call my shot, and I say Keldon Johnson has a big game. I'm gonna call my shot right now. All right, the last thing I will talk about going into the weekend. Last night I saw Project Hail Mary. Unbelievable movie. I will say it is my top movie of 2026. Amaze, 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 amaze. And you will get that reference if you see Project Hail Mary. I will, again, just spoiler free. I won't tell you anything that happened in the movie, but they're just, the score, the visuals. Ryan Gosling's acting, Rocky. It's not a spoiler. We've seen him in the trailer. What a crazy movie. It made you laugh. It made you cry. It made you feel every single emotion in between. And that's what I want for a movie. It was truly a blockbuster. This is a movie that you do have to see on the biggest screen possible because it's worth it. This is a movie, if I saw it on TV, I would be kicking myself that I didn't see this in theaters. Unbelievable. This is why the movies are made, why big screens matter. And everyone says movie theaters are dying. Well, this is the reason why the movie theaters exist. See this movie in IMAX. It will not leave you disappointed. I couldn't imagine a person that doesn't like this movie. People that will always go like, oh, it's a, people have always different opinions about movies, saying like why they don't like it. This movie has something in it for everyone. It's definitely a longer side movie. Every single scene was needed. Unbelievable. It is top movie of the year for me. I do rank every single movie that I do watch, about, what my favorite movies are. I did give it a 9.5. My movies rankings, obviously, I do have a couple movies from last year that I did see that I only saw this year, so I did put them on the rankings. Any movie that I watched for the first time, I put in my rankings, so I can run through my rankings really quick. One Battle After Another, I gave it a 9 out of 10. Loved that movie. 28 Years Later, Bone Temple, I gave a 7 out of 10. Really enjoyed it. Really, really enjoyed that. Send Help, 8 out of 10. unbelievable movie. Going at 8 out of 10. Conclave, 8.5 out of 10. Scream 5, 5.5 out of 10. And then Project Hail Berry, 9.5 out of 10. Some of my favorite movies looking forward to coming up definitely is Mandalorian and Grogu. And then obviously I saw Dune and Spider-Man trailer, so really looking forward to those as well. Well, that's all I have from here for Spurs Latest. I hope you guys have a good weekend. Go Spurs, go. Big night for the Spurs tomorrow night. Beat down on the Pacers. Let's go. I'll catch you in the next one.